Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to do another edition of the best pre-built gaming PCs on Amazon. Just a couple of things I do want to note before I get into this video. I've actually picked up one of the PCs from Amazon that I'm going to actually test on this channel, and we'll see how it does. I usually recommend these based on the specs that they're given, but I thought it'd be cool if we could actually start getting these PCs and see how they perform, just to give you guys an idea of what you're going to get. If you want me to pick up any of the PCs on Amazon, let me know which ones you guys would prefer me to pick up. Remember, I am not Mr. Moneybags from Spyro, so it's not like I can be buying everything. The one I bought, it has a 3080 in it, so I want the 30 anyway. Want to test it out, and then hopefully I can sell everything else besides the 3080 and then recoup some of the money I spent on it. But yeah, that's my game plan with that, and maybe we can incorporate a little bit of that into the channel. Also want to reiterate, I would recommend you guys to build your own PC. That is the optimal way to do things. I think it's good knowledge to have. I think it's a good foundation for you to know. But obviously, GPU prices are kind of high right now. Some of you guys want a 3070, some of you guys want a 3080, some of you guys don't even want to build your PC. So whatever the case may be, I want to cover everything for everyone. And also, do bear in mind, AMD is going to release their GPUs, so hopefully sometime next year things get a little bit cooler and, stock resumes as normal, COVID kind of dies down, production is at a normal pace, and scalpers aren't everywhere buying everything up, and everything's obscene prices on eBay. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Right off the bat, I always like to mention this. If you are looking for a PC that is just there to play League of Legends, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and games of that nature, low-end games, do not buy something that is, $700 plus. I have so many friends that ended up dropping, $1,500, $2,000 on their PC. More power to them. They got a great PC, but they also play RuneScape all day, and they don't really play anything else. And then they complain to me that, oh, I spent too much money on my PC. Well, what do you want me to say about that? If you have it in your head that you're just looking to play, RuneScape, League of Legends, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, maybe occasionally dabble into a little bit of Skyrim or something like that, but you're not looking to play the latest games, go ahead and pick up something like a cheap HP computer. You can get one with an i5-3470 here, quad-core, 8GB of RAM, 500GB hard drive for $150. You're gonna have Windows 10 installed on there, so that's a little bit of money you're saving. And then pick up like a Zotac GeForce GT 1030 for $80, and you'll be good to go. You can play your League of Legends, you can play your esports titles like that, and you'll be good to go. You don't need to spend $700 or $800 to do that unless you're looking to also stream, make YouTube videos. Then at that point, okay, maybe spend a little bit more. But if you're just, on an old PC from like 2005 and that's not playing League of Legends that well, and you just want to play League, you just want to play Dota 2, CSGO, whatever the case may be, pick up something cheap. You can get something like that for like $230 with everything being bought. You could also go to like a local store. You'd be surprised what you can find at like your local Goodwill in terms of old computers, and then you just buy a GPU and you're good to go. That's actually how I made my first PC. I had an HP computer with an i3, and then I bought a 7750, and literally I got a solid gaming experience out of that. Obviously, again, if you're trying to play a Cyberpunk 2077, probably not the best way to go. But if you're on a tight budget and you're looking to play the aforementioned games, and not a bad option at all. Okay, I'll leave links for a couple options with that in the description box below. Now let's look at some stuff that obviously you're going to be picking up to play some of the higher-end games, so to speak. iBUYPOWER gaming PC desktop Trace 4 with a Ryzen 5 3600, an AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT, 4GB, which is a little bit of a bummer, 8GB of DDR4 RAM, and a 240GB SSD for $700. Now, I really wanted to find a better option at a lower price. There are a couple drawbacks to this PC. First of all, 4GB GPU, not the best. 240GB SSD. That can't even download Call of Duty Warzone, I believe. So you're probably going to want to pick up a hard drive with that, a mechanical hard drive that you could store some games. 240GB for some people, a very small amount of people, I would say, could get away with it. I would say upgrade to something better. These games are not getting any smaller. They are getting bigger. At a sub $700 price point, I really didn't see anything better that was in stock. I'll keep you guys updated if I see something a little bit cheaper. Maybe this is going to be an area that's going to be better come Black Friday, and they'll put something around this price range on sale. At this point, this is the best option I saw, and even then, you'll want to make a couple of upgrades here and there, particularly right out of the gate. That SSD, you'll want to either upgrade the SSD entirely, add another SSD, or add a mechanical hard drive. That would be a decent option. Okay, moving on from that, the Skytech Blaze 2 gaming PC, Ryzen 5 2600 6-core here, 3.4 GHz, a GeForce GTX 1660 Ti 6GB, which you'd be surprised how expensive that still is, a 500GB SSD, which is definitely a little bit more palatable than a 240GB SSD, but even then, you might want to upgrade that or add a mechanical drive, 8GB of DDR4, and then Windows 10 installed. That is $830. Pretty good for everything you're getting. 1660s, I looked this up the other day, and they're still relatively expensive. You're talking, you know, $240, $250 around that range, so relatively pricey. When you factor everything in, you're not getting juiced that much on the basis of buying a pre-built computer, so I thought this was a solid recommendation. This is going to be really good if you're gaming at 1080p, ideally. 1080p gaming, you're going to be getting good frame rates on a lot of games, so thought that was a good option. At $1,000, you can get the Skytech Shiva gaming PC, AMD Ryzen 5 2600. You'll get an RTX 2060, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, and 500GB SSD. This is pretty decent, all things considered. RTX 2060 is still relatively expensive. 16GB of RAM is really nice. Ryzen 5 2600 is decent. 500GB SSD, again, for most people, your mileage may vary on how much storage you consider that to be. I thought that was pretty decent. 1080p, this will be really good. Can even do some 1440p. Thought that was a decent option to recommend. Unfortunately, and this should go for all pre-built computers, they get you in some areas where they can keep the PC relatively cheap with things like power supplies that aren't identified right out of the gate, so that's always a bummer. There's some things with these pre-built computers that you always have to consider, but nevertheless, there you have it with that. Skytech Archangel gaming PC. This is with a Ryzen 7 3700X, 3.6 GHz, RTX 2070 Super, 8GB, 1TB SSD, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, and this is $1,400. Now, yeah, that's pricey. RTX 2070s are still relatively pricey. I think they go for like $450, $400, around that range, around $400. So yeah, still a pricey GPU. This PC, honestly, it's a little expensive for my taste. Like $1,400 is a lot. If you were to build this PC, I feel like you could get it quite a bit cheaper. Now, I want to mention that, and then I also want to mention the Skytech Chronos gaming PC, which has a Ryzen 7 3700X, 3.6 GHz, and an RTX 3070. So the 3070s are quite expensive on eBay right now. You're talking literally $700 to $800. Hopefully stock on that resumes very soon, but that's $1,600. You're paying an extra $200 for a RTX 3070, and I feel like that's low-key worth it. Also, they do specify that you get a 650 watt gold power supply with this, so that's a pretty good addition as well. $1,600 is just so expensive, but that's kind of the world we're living in these days, and I know a lot of you guys want a PC for the holidays or whatever. So yeah, either those two, I would probably get the one with the 3070 if you do have the extra cash to spend. And lastly, this is actually the PC that I ended up getting. We'll see if I can make my money back. And somebody posted in the comment section of one of my previous videos, the Skytech Blaze 3.0 gaming PC with a Ryzen 7 3700X, an RTX 3080, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and a 1TB Gen 4 SSD. You got liquid cooling in there as well. This is $2,100. Someone did the math on my previous one of my previous videos and said that this PC, if you were to build it, comes out to around $1,700. So yeah, the tax on that is pretty crazy, but you get Windows here. So I'll let you guys make up this decision. So I bought this to get the 3080. We're going to do testing since I also want to test a PC like this and see how you guys are receptive towards content like that. And I imagine it's going to be pretty good. For $2,100, you better get a pretty freaking great PC. But we're going to have some testing of this exact PC on this channel here very soon. The PC takes a couple days to ship, but yeah, we'll get that and we'll let you guys know how it does. So yeah, $2,100. Obviously, if you're spending that kind of money, you better be getting a good system. I can't be spending, I can't be buying PCs this expensive all the time. That's why I didn't get a 3090 PC. I know you guys would like to see me test that, but yeah, 3090 is a little bit out of my price range. And at the end of the day, we're looking to get the 3080. We're looking to do some testing, and then hopefully I can sell everything else and make my money back. But yeah, I wanted to give a mention. For those of you that are dying to get a 3080, remember, with pre-built computers, I don't often overwhelmingly recommend it, but sometimes there are good options, there are good buys to make. You always got to be cautious about the power supply. You got to be cautious about like the motherboard they use and things like that, because they don't specify those elements all the time. So sometimes they're able to make more money by skimping out on aspects of the PC like that. But some decent options, I'll leave links in the description box below. We'll have Amazon links there, so if you do buy anything, I get a little bit of a kickback, and that can support the channel. Maybe we can buy some other PCs, see how that works, and we can do some stuff like that. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this video was a little bit informative. Just a crappy situation in terms of the PC buying market right now. Really wish 3070s and 3080s were just readily available everywhere and you guys could just buy a GPU and call it a day, but this is the world we live in, and COVID era is hitting a lot of people in different ways, and you know, maybe the first thing I shouldn't be complaining about isn't, you know, GPU prices being really high. There's a lot of other issues, but hey, that's one of the side effects of the COVID era and production being bad. And it's a lot of scalpers too. Hey, I get it. You guys got to make your money. A lot of you guys got to make ends meet. You know, COVID is crazy. But yeah, sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.